I grew up on a small dairy farm in northern Ontario. I kind of grew up with co-ops in the environment. My father was on the co-op board for many, many years. At one point, the local co-op board invited me to attend the Co-operative Young Leaders camp. For some reason, that kind of changed my perspective, and you start to understand the connections between community and the co-op. Went on to university, did my business degree, graduated, came back to the farm. Not very long after, that local co-op board called up again and says, well, we're having our annual meeting, and would you accept to be nominated for a director? And then I got involved in the local board. I started to attend the regional meetings of UCO as a delegate for that board. In 1985, I got elected to the UCO board of directors, 26 years old. I think deep down I had an appreciation for the fact that cooperatives were important to farmers, and that was one important way of making sure that we had a good long-term future in agriculture. And back in 1985, UCO was in Creditors Protection Act, almost bankrupt. That's a nice welcome. As the years evolved, many things happened. We got out of the grain business. Then UCO basically retrenched from doing retail activities directly with the farmers and encouraged the creation of new independent co-ops owned by those farmers and their communities. As we went through that process, we had to deal with how do you monetize your capacities and stay in business, and that's how UPI got created. We used our petroleum division then, which was a fairly profitable division, and monetized it through an alliance with Suncor. And then after we got all that done, we had to take a real hard look at what was left of UCO, and came to the conclusion that Ontario farmers and co-ops needed a new regional cooperative with strength. It turns out that GROWMARK was the entity that accepted to make an offer. So in December 1995, our co-ops in Ontario accepted to become members of GROWMARK. I'm a fervent believer that GROWMARK has managed to hold the Ontario network quite well together, and without it, the story would be different today. If we can certify employees to become the best, why can't we do it for the directors that are volunteering to work on those boards? And a year later, the groups in the U.S. picked up on the idea, and now it's our corporate program. Through my present role, I'm a director of the CCA, the Canadian Co-op Association, which is a fantastic opportunity to understand all kinds of other cooperatives. To me, it's critical that we celebrate our successes. I've observed the Spirit Awards now since On Co-op has launched them. All kinds of great people were presented on the stage, and having done big things, and thinking that you're now part of that group.
Pretty special.
It is.